20 years ago, this business started in a simple room. And where it is today is something that I don't think either of us expected.
Never expected it, yeah. So started in my apartment in Hyde Park, and I had a special balcony which I converted into my Botox room. And slowly, I started building up my client base, one patient at a time. And 2 years later, I met Victor, and this vision that we had to make people feel confident in their own skin has now blossomed into this amazing company called Skin Renewal. And it's all because of you, our loyal patients.
You know, it started off very slowly with very little real direction other than what we wanted to do for patients. And the first clinic opened, well, it was hardly a clinic, it was sort of a room and a bit of an entrance lobby over 30 square meters. And that
Don't
just
forget
took...
it was west facing or east facing. It was east facing, so the sun just beat down on us.
It was incredibly hot, and we realized then that what we'd done was probably not sufficient. So we went and created a new clinic somewhere completely different in Johannesburg. And when we opened it, we had a great clinic with no patients, and we had a lousy clinic with a lot of patients, and the patients didn't want to move from one to the other.
They didn't want to go from Rivonia to Parkhurst.
So instead of keeping it simple, we decided to make it even more complicated, and we bought another clinic in 4 ways. So now the patients really didn't know where they wanted to go, and it was just chaos. I remember everything. We didn't have proper accounting systems. We didn't have a brand that had even been established properly. We had no website. We had no paperwork. We had no computers.
Well, that's when Victor took control. He says we have to have systems that are going to help us. If you want to build this business, we have to have systems. And that's where Victor came in. Number one, we started off with a website.
Yeah,
and then we also got my patients, which were all in a file, like a portable file. We had our patients all captured all that data onto our computers. So now at least we were digital.
I remember the first person we employed asked for an employment agreement, and we said, well, what's that? We didn't have an employment agreement. We had absolutely nothing that was set up to create this business. But slowly over the next couple of years, about 3 years, we regularized and systemized the business in Johannesburg. And because we like things getting complicated, we then decided we would also open a clinic in Cape Town.
And yeah, sure. So it's just grown from year to year, and over 20 years we now have 20 clinics, 20 incredible clinics all over South Africa, in Gauteng, in the Western Cape, and also in KwaZulu-Natal.
But if we look back and say what are the things that we were most proud of over this time, I think first for me has been the staff that we've had. We've had over 80 babies born in the company since its inception.
It's incredible. Remember when the first one of our therapists came to tell you, she was distraught, and she came to tell you that she was pregnant.
Yeah, which she thought was bad news. And when I realized that that's what she thought, then I realized that we were the problem, not her. And we needed to shift the way we looked at things. So we developed a maternity strategy, because employing young ladies, the fact is we were going to have a lot of babies.
It is what it is.
But if
married, you want to have the 2 kids and the picket fence, and that's how it goes. So we have to accept that they are going to, fall pregnant during the course of their work lives.
But we never expected that there would be 80 babies. And we certainly didn't expect the current staff load, which is just over 250 people. And what has been really rewarding for me is seeing the staff that joined us in the early days, 2005, 2006, 2007, many of whom are still with us. We've watched them grow up, we've watched them fall in love and out of love, and get engaged and get married and have children and buy houses and cars. And watching the growth in the people in our company, to me, has been very, very rewarding. Maureen's real enjoyment has come out of being able to treat many, many patients. Currently, we see about 10,000 patients a month. That's over the course of the company, we've seen well over 250,000 patients. And that has really enabled us to grow the business to something that we never expected in the beginning.
So it's our loyal patients. Thank you for putting your trust in us, and thank you for allowing us to innovate new treatments so that we can give you the best consultations, the best consults, the best results. I mean, that's what it's all about, getting the best for our patients. Thank you.
And from me, thank you to the people in the company, to the patients, to the suppliers, to everyone who supported us building our dream over the last 20 years. We're truly honored to have had this opportunity. And where do we go to in the future? Well, if the unpredictability of the past is anything to be looking back on, then whatever we plan doesn't seem to work out that way. It doesn't always become something else. But we do believe that the business still has tremendous capacity for growth in South Africa, as well as doing many other things within the business for our patients. We're lucky that this is a very rapidly evolving industry, and the new technology, products, and ways of treating patients are continuously changing. And we're in a position to take advantage of that.
So thank you once again to all the loyal patients and our amazing staff, support staff, all staff who've helped us build this incredible company. Thank you.